Hi, my name is Ariel Lane, and this is my assignment 5 for AP 867, and we're just going to go over the questions proposed from the professor and what revisions I would make to my teaching unit on creating story characters for my kindergartners and preschoolers. The first question is, do the tasks yield appropriate evidence of the identified understandings? I have my goals, my learner objectives, and I also include Common Core state standards in my unit. I believe that through my activities, we're able to reach these goals and objectives, and the students will be able to recognize character traits and relationships among the characters, not only in the stories, but with their own characters. They're able to create well-thought-out characters that will hopefully be part of their story that they will create in the later weeks. Do the tasks involve a complex real-world application of the identified knowledge, skills, and understanding? As part of creating characters, what I want the students to be aware of is how these characters relate to themselves and others and their environment. So students are able to make connections to the characters in the stories and how those characters relate to others and solve problems in the stories. And I want the students to be able to see, well, how can they solve problems in their own lives by relating to those characters from the stories. So by choosing the personality traits for their characters, them and also me are able to see who they are as a person or who they even want to be. Students can see what character traits they also relate with and what traits that they want to have within themselves. Are a variety of appropriate assessment formats used to provide additional evidence for learning? How I assess usually is through just observation and participation in discussions. So in order to assess the student's understanding on storytelling and character creation, I'll ask informal questions before and after the story is read of the characters and what did the characters do, how did they relate to each other, who are they. During our activity 2, the students can also be assessed based on participation in creating the Venn diagram for those characters and what describing words they can help use to for each of those characters and how they contrast. And also for like the post-unit assessments, I can determine how the students were able to understand everything based on how they created their character profiles and how they present it to the other students. The next question is, are students given the opportunity to self-assess and reflect on their learning and performance? Through our activities, I could probably include more assessment, self-assessment and reflection throughout the process. But at the end of the activity 3, I do include group presentations, which I think are always fun and important for the students to be able to discuss with other students and reflect and see. So they're able to see how other students did their character profiles and if they should make any changes in the future. So for my revisions for my unit, I would probably include more self-assessment and conferring with me during the activities 1 and 2 in the activity 3 process. And just more discussions probably with partners during the process of creating their characters so that they can bounce ideas off of each other and see what they should add or take out to make nice characters for their future stories. I would probably add a few more days to work on this and a few more stories that have contrasting characters. So we could do read-alouds that have villains and superheroes so they can see more character types. And I would differentiate the activities a little bit more. I have mostly older ones, but I do have a couple of younger preschool students who may not be able to do all the writing activities. So maybe just doing a physical character profile where they just draw a picture and then just discussing with everybody why and who that character is and why they did it. So that's all I have for my revisions, and thank you for listening.